은하의 조율.
Okay, so if we compare the time remaining of both of these clears, we can see a 5-second difference. It would seem obvious as to which team wins out, but is it that simple? Let's find out. Okay, so with the Augusta and Mortefi team, Augusta herself will be doing more personal damage, and the one thing that I had to look out for when I was playing this team was that I had to consciously delay Mortefi's buffs so that his buffs will apply when Augusta is ready to do her big ultimate. The way that I managed to do this is to hold off on using Mortefi's ultimate, because when he uses his ultimate, his control gauge fills up very quickly. And before Augusta is able to have her big ultimate ready, what I do is basically quick swap between Augusta and Mortefi. So Augusta will be doing her thing, you know, charging up her special attacks like her charged heavy attacks or like her uppercut. And then, you know, during the recovery animations of all of Augusta's attacks, I would quick swap to Mortefi, and instead of using the ult that is ready, I would do a rest in skill, and then it would swap back to Augusta. And when Augusta has her big ultimate ready, or is close to having it ready, then I would swap back to Mortefi and then use his ultimate and get his buff ready. The advantages of this team is that it's relatively more free to play than the Calcharo team, because Mortefi is a 4-star character and he sometimes pops up as a raid up character alongside the limited banner characters, so it's easier for you to get him to RC6. That and his weapon is Static Mist, which is also a standard weapon that you can get without necessarily having to spend Astrites. So yeah, he is a much more free-to-play character compared to Calcharo. Overall, it's easier to get this team running, but I think gameplay-wise, I don't think it is particularly more simple than if you're playing the Calcharo team. Alright, so next up is the Calcharo team. Compared to the Mortefi team, I think this team is slightly easier to play. Mainly because of one thing. So with the Mortefi team, you have to be very mindful as to when to line up Mortefi's buff with Augusta's big ultimate. But with this team, all you have to do is keep attacking with Augusta and Calcharo. So Calcharo's buff activates when he does his outro skill, and if you keep attacking, if you keep fighting using his resonant skill, his enhanced heavy, his ultimate, you'll basically keep refreshing Calcharo's outro skill and his buff as you fight on. And so the one thing to worry about when playing this team is to keep attacking and quick swap between these two characters whenever they have recovery frames on their attacks. And that's it.
천둥이여, 힘을 끌어올려라!
고건덕을 위해
타겟 거리 집행! 속수도 전략!
차례군 왕의 길에서 승리를 얻으리. 이걸로 충분해. 막지 마라.
회피!
Alright, now let's look at my builds. This is my Augusta. She's on GN's signature. And as for her echoes, she's using the 3-piece plus 2-piece set. Her echoes, I would think, are unbuilt in the sense that one of them does not have a double crit substat. Namely, this one, Cost Echo. So for me personally, I would only consider a DPS character build if they have double crit substats across all 5 of their echoes. So my Augusta, I think she's like 90% built right now, but yeah, I still need that crit damage substat. As for her skill tree, I've maxed out everything except for her Resonance skill. I don't think this skill does a lot particularly, so I did not bother upgrading it. And this is her Resonance chain. She's at RC 0. Alright, now let's have a look at our Calcharo. He's at Resonance chain 5. And as a teammate for Augusta, the most significant node would be his Resonance chain node number 4, which allows him to buff the electro damage of the entire team by 20% for 30 seconds after he casts his outro skill. And he's running Lupa's signature and the Void Thunder Echo set. This is his skill tree. So I maxed out Resonance skill, Forte circuit, and Resonance liberation. And then our Mortefi. Yep. This is our Mortefi. Oops, let me switch back to the loadout used in the gameplay. He's running Static Mist, Moonlit Clouds, and these are his skills. So he's a support unit, that's why I did not invest too much into his skills. He's at RC6, and node number 6 allows him to buff the entire team's attack by 20% for 20 seconds when he does his ultimate.